Hey team, my name is Pablo. This is my first video. Today I just want to show you a DevOps project I have in hand. This is a professional deployment I made on a customer. And well, let's start. First, I want to show you kind of the overall technologies we use on the app. On the front end, we got JavaScript, React, and the backend we got Fast API, the framework with Python, and the database is just Postgres. And that's it on the development part. So now let's go to the DevOps stack. I use all these technologies, and after this slide I'm going to show you how it will behave based on the needs of the customers, and lastly how it will connect every technology to the other. So first, build steps. This is kind of the overall functionality I got in this project. So first, this project got deployed on a AWS instance, and the workflow go directly from GitHub to Jenkins. Jenkins will create the images, push the images to Docker Hub. The second pipeline will run the containers with these images, and the app will be deployed. And we got Nginx on the front end to take the request on a more secure way, like an reverse proxy server. Now this is the whole architecture. This is the first video. It's kind of the introductory video to show you how I build this DevOps architecture. In the second video, I'm going to stop every single technology or step of this workflow to show you how I build this project. But this is just to kind of show an overall of what I did. So first, I get a Terraform document, manifest, well, whatever you prefer to call these documents. I get a Terraform file. On this file, I got all these technologies. I get an S3 bucket, a EC2 instance, security groups, and IAM images from Linux. That's the operative system I used on this project. And well, first I take the first repository, which is a Jenkins repository where I have a Docker container image, Docker file, I'm sorry, and a Docker compose. So in this image, I got Jenkins to deploy directly on the machine, but I need to use the socket from the host machine. So all orders from Jenkins to Docker will be executed on the host machine, kind of the AWS machine instead of, machine or virtual machine, instead of the Docker container. So I take the information from GitHub, the first repository, and I will execute some bash files to kind of install Docker and run everything automatically to install Jenkins on a Docker container. So as I said before, the first pipeline will take the images and will take the repository where the front and back end database is safe, and will create the images for those projects, and will send this information directly to Docker Hub. I also have some credentials I will show on the next video. Then we got a pipeline, a run container. This pipeline just take the images directly sent to Docker Hub and will run the app to create the containers with the front end, the back end, and the database. The database is just kind of the way that we take the data, but the data is set on a different volume, protected by a different group in Linux. So it's kind of the way I did this project, because I just used a T2 micro instance in AWS, and I was able to run all these projects. So in the first part of the video, I'm gonna show you how I kind of set the virtual machine to execute all these technologies without stopping the virtual machine, the EC2 instance. And lastly, I got a bash scripts to execute some commands on Postgres and get a backend document a backup data document to send directly to an S3 bucket. This is kind of all the technologies I use on this project. I hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, just comment and I will ping you with the answer. See you in the next video with the whole explanation, and thank you for your time. Bye bye.